All right, so on your Kleins, I would cut these down, and this right here is the perfect length, or yeah, length for your wire. Literally is just push them on. So you put them right on, and you push them, and that's it. And they're on. All right, guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're gonna start out with a little bit of business. We'll get that out of the way. Then we're gonna jump right into this video. Now, first of all, if you've ever found my channel even remotely helpful, or that you like it a little bit, do me a favor, drop down, smash that like button, and also subscribe, and make sure you turn your bell notifications on. All that helps my channel keep on growing, and it gets noticed, obviously, on the YouTube algorithm. Now, let's start out with this video. Now, there's gonna be a little story, so it's gonna be a very short one. I know most of you guys don't like stories, but this is important. Now, I will leave a timestamp down below. If you don't want to hear the story, you can go right to this video. Now, the story is this. Years ago, I was asked to rewire a bunch of receptacles and switches. And I was like, okay, this was a super easy house. It was basically 2 wires in each box until the end, obviously. Now, when I got there, I looked at the job. I never pulled a receptacle out. And I thought, you know what, this is gonna be super easy. I gave them a good price. They jumped on it because apparently there was other people in there before who, anyway, didn't do a good job. So, having said that, when I got there, I kind of realized that maybe nobody took this job other than me for a reason, and I didn't know why. All I literally had to do, there was probably close to, I would say 30 or so receptacles, kind of a small house, and then the switches. And every single one was exactly the way I'm going to tell you. Now, what happened? Well, I simulated it right here in this box. So the first receptacle my buddy and I opened up, he opened one up, I opened another one up, and we both were like, oh my gosh, no wonder why nobody wanted this job. But it didn't matter. We basically rewired almost the whole house because it was just so much easier. And anyway, long story short, there is a few items that you can use to fix the problem I'm going to be telling you about that's simulated in this box. One of them is these right here, these inline splice connectors. Another thing is you can use are those Wago lever nuts. Now, let's talk a little bit briefly about that. I'm going to do a whole video on that because I'm not a big fan of these, nor am I a big fan of Wago lever nuts. There's a huge difference in my opinion in quality, and we're going to do a rigorous test on those, not on this video. I'm just basically going to tell you that to me, these are last resort. They're completely UL listed. They're fine to use. People use them every single day without a problem, but to me, it's just not as good as a wire nut. Now, let's jump into this video so we can start and let's talk about this. Now, like I said, what had happened was we pulled the first receptacle out. I'm gonna pull this one out. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about so you guys will have an idea. Now, this is a fake wall, obviously, so this wire is hanging down, so don't freak out. And the reason I say that is because somebody last time in one of my videos said, I can't believe you're leaving these wires loose, blah, blah, blah. Well, there's literally nothing on this wire, so this is completely safe. It's kind of like having a gun with no bullets in it, and yet people still have a problem with that. Anyway, I'm gonna simulate it right here. So what had happened was, took it out, and this is what we found, and let me show you. That's as far as the receptacles came out. Now, there were 2 receptacles in one box, and some of them were single, but most of them were double. And this is what happened. So just so you guys know, all right, you don't have to necessarily do this. Now, the code states that you need 6 inches wire hanging out. Now, there is a big misconception, even with me, just recently, I was basically told that where I was measuring was wrong with the 6 inches. The 6 inches actually starts in the back of your box out to the front of your box. That's where your 6 inches actually starts. So, having said that, this is still not code because it's not 6 inches. I mean, you can plainly see the wires are hard, very hard to get to. So basically what we had to do is we did a few of them, and then we were like, you know what, we asked the homeowner, can we just rewire your house? I mean, the wire was old, it was that cloth Romex. There was very few grounds in it, and it was terrible. They opted to let us do it. Obviously, it cost them a little bit more money. In the long run, it was a way better job. But let's say you're the homeowner and you don't really want to change the wiring, or maybe it's too expensive because right now Romex is super high. So what would you do? And that is when you would get these splice, like these right here. Now, like I said, to me, these are an emergency thing. Now, a lot of the times you can actually make a joint in here and then push it back and put pigtails on them. But let's say you don't even want to do that. Well, like I said, these are completely 100% legal. I mean, there's nothing wrong with using them. Just for my own sake, I don't use them. So let's go ahead and take this receptacle off and let's get the wires ready to use one of these, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so there's a lot of different electricians all over the internet trying to promote these, trying to sell them on their channel. Now, I will link these down below. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with them. I just do not prefer to use them unless you're in an emergency situation, or like I said, you just don't want to make a bunch of joints, and that's completely fine because they are 100% legal. But if you have the option and the opportunity to go and rewire to make it where it's technically right, I guess you could say, for lack of better terms, then do it. Now, this is what these look like. Now, these are the Ideal brand. I'll link some down below in my store, and anything that you see here will be down. I have an Amazon store if you want to check it out. Feel free to. If you buy from my store, it won't cost you any more. It'll just help my channel keep on growing, and I put all the money back in to buy these products. Now, definitely stick around to the end of this video because I'm going to show you something I'm going to be giving away. I'm going to install it, not here today, but I'm going to install it in another video. And then when I'm done with it, I have no use for it, and it's about $100. And one lucky subscriber will definitely, basically, take that home with them. I will send it to you as soon as I'm done installing it. So you just got to watch. So make sure you like and subscribe. See, there's always an opportunity to listen to everything I say. So you got to get the right size. Now, this is good for 20 all the way to 12. So these things are basically, you know, for a broad range of wires. Let's go ahead and install them. I'm going to show you how they install. I'm going to bring the camera a little close, pull this receptacle out, show you. I'm going to show you basically how it looks when it's all said and done, and then we'll put it in here. We'll reinstall this receptacle, and we'll go from there. All right, so let's hope that after you take your receptacle off, you know, that you did have these wires wrapped around your screw of your receptacle. Now, you know, and they're not pushed in the back. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about and you're like, pushed in the back, why you don't do that, and if you don't know, check out right up here in this corner. I'll link a video right there so you guys will know exactly why you don't poke in the back. Now, let's go ahead and straighten these out because you have to straighten them out. At this point, it's probably a very good idea, honestly, to go ahead and strip these, you know, because this has been bent and it's already compromised a little bit. Now, do you have to? Absolutely not. All right, so on your clines, I would cut these down, and this right here is the perfect length, or yeah, length for your wire. So what I would do is I would put the open end down and I would slide it to where this part right here meets the insulation. So basically what I would do is I put it right here and I would cut it. That is the perfect length to make these wire connectors slide on almost daggum near perfect. All right, we'll put it down here again. Open ends down. The insulation is at the bottom of the clines. Almost. Now it is. Boom. All right, so now what we have is the perfect length of wire. Now, all you gotta do with these things, literally, is just push them on. So you put them right on, and you push them, and that's it. And they're on, and they're good and tight, I will say that. All right, we'll do the next one. And it doesn't matter which end you put on where, because as long as they go on, it doesn't really matter. Make sure it's good and snug. Now, what you have is basically wire nuts. That's basically what these things are at this point. So what we'll have to do next is we'll just put these right in here with them. Push them in, make sure that they're good and tight. All right, there you go. And now you have your 6 inches basically. Push them back in the box. And you're ready to go. Put the new receptacle on. All right, so let's say you kind of screw up and you're not sure, oh, maybe I got a black with the white or whatever, and you don't want to do it. So let's say these are together and you want to get them loose. So we'll put this one together real quick. I'll show you that's very tight. All right, so basically what you got to do, if you want them loose, you just got to twist it back and forth and then they come loose. And that's how you get them apart. So if you need to get them apart. And it says after you pull them apart, never reuse them again. highly agree with that. Like I said, I just wanted to bring that to you, a real quick video to show you guys how to do that. Now that'll work with a single gang, a double gang, a 3 gang, and a quad, and so on and so forth. You can make your wires any length you need. So that's just a very good option to basically fix that. Now, there's other things you can use. I mentioned the Wagos. I'm going to do a video on that, like I said, eventually later on. Now, I did mention stay tuned until the end of this video. Let me show you what I'm going to be giving away. Now, this video will not be out till probably, now this is 21 right now, 2021. This will probably be out after Christmas in the year of 2022. So just keep in mind that this will be given away, but it will not be given away until next year. So you've got to watch for this video. All right, I'm going to show you what I'm going to be giving away. I'm going to talk a little more about it, and then we're going to end the video. If you've ever seen this right here, now this is basically a wireless 3-way system. Now, a long time ago, they had something called X10. Those were some wireless switches, and they were excellent. Now, obviously, now Lutron's got their own brand and several other people, but I will be installing this, showing you guys how it works in this setting. Run it a couple times, and then I will be giving this away. This is about $100 right here, so you definitely want to make sure that you like and subscribe. Also, make sure you hit that bell notification so you guys will know that when that video is out, and when I do that video, I will tell you, in that video, all right, 1 lucky subscriber, whatever my stipulation. It's going to be so easy that whoever watches that video will easily win it, because I'm not going to make it, some big long thing where you got to, subscribe to 10 different people, blah, 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 because it's going to make this, if you do this, boom, you get the switch. So I only have one, and I'm only giving one away, so keep that in mind. All right, guys, listen, what I say, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, turn it on so you get all my uploads. Don't miss anything. Also, make sure that you hit that thumbs up. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a great day.